Hello, my name is Craig and welcome back to the finale of the Spooky guitar build. Special welcome to the 4 people now who watch all my videos, although a couple of them may have dropped out, I don't know. But this is the final episode. I was going to put in another episode where I put the pins in there, I did the bridge, tuners and the nut, but being as originally I said when I started this out, I wanted to be finished by Halloween, which is today. I decided I'd leave the other episode out and just go straight to this giveaway episode. Now, yesterday I finished putting the strings on. It's almost finished, except for I haven't put glue on the tongue of the fretboard here yet, although it's pretty well lying flat against there. There's a little bit around there, so it's got to be glued down at some stage. I'll leave that for another week or so. Now, as far as what I haven't done, I haven't changed the frets at all. I haven't done anything whatsoever from the time that I fretted the fretboard. There's been no filing down and polishing, etc. I have cleaned it a little bit, but as far as leveling the frets and crowning them and all that sort of thing, I haven't done that because I don't normally do that on a new guitar. If you take the time and effort to make sure that your board is done well and you do your frets, make sure that originally when you put them on that they are all seated properly, there should be no need to. And we'll see in a minute if we need to or not. The other thing that I have not touched is the neck position from when I originally cut out the neck. I have not done anything since, so I've done any kind of adjustment for the neck. This is just how it turned out from when I originally cut it with my little hand saw. No CNC machines involved here, all just handwork. So I haven't made any adjustments to the neck at all, or the fretboard, and we'll see how it plays in a few minutes. But as I said, this is the finale of our Spooky guitar build, and we're giving away, what are we giving away for a start? You get a hard case, which I haven't dug out yet, but I'll find an OM guitar hard case. You get Perry's guitar strap. You get a humidity pack system, which I use in all my guitars. For my climate, it works well, probably for about 2 years or so. But I believe in some dry climates they don't last anywhere near as long, maybe 6 months or something, but they work well for me for years. Now, if I have a look at the action, as I said, I have not done anything at all to the neck so far. Have a look at the action. I know it's reasonably low. I was putting the strings on yesterday, but it may have changed a bit since then. And so 6 string, just a fraction less than 2. First string, about a little bit less than 1mm. Second string about 1mm. Third string about 1.25. Fourth string about 1.25, and about 1.6 or 7 for the fifth string. So it's a bit low. I like it a little bit low. The strings might rattle a bit, but I think Eric Clapton likes an even low like this as well. Now, of course, let's have a quick look at it. We have a Transylvanian Carpathian spruce top, walnut rosette, unbleached bridge pins, unbleached saddle, Indian rosewood bridge, gold fret wire, abalone inlays, and an unbleached nut. The sides are Tasmanian Blackheart sassafras, as is the back, with our infamous spooky pattern. And we have a mahogany neck and Goto 510 tuners. I think they're called Cosmo Black. Okay, I just have the microphone on my phone turned up a little bit more. Might make it easier to hear, but that's all there is. Just simply going straight to the phone, and no other processing is occurring. We'll see how spooky sounds. Very hard to hold it. Just put this paper underneath here so I can hold it a little bit better. Now there is good and bad news. The bad news is that when I went to get a quote to see how much it would cost to send overseas, it was something like just a little under $600 to send it to LA, and to London it was just under $1,000, which to me is silly. I don't plan on giving away a guitar and spend that amount of money in transport. I could make a really good guitar with that sort of money. So unfortunately, the guitar is not going to go overseas. So I'm sorry about that to the people overseas who might be interested in it. But at this stage, I won't be sending guitars overseas unless I find a cheaper method that might work. So good news is for anyone in Australia is that the whole guitar, all the hard case, the goodies, etc., are all free to anyone who might want it. Now, I don't know if there's going to be any demand at all for it. There might not be anyone who wants it. I live in Woonona, which is about 10 kilometres north of Wollongong and about 50 kilometres south of Sydney. If you are able to pick up Spooky, you have an advantage over other people in Australia who I would have to pack it up and send to. So now that you have heard Spooky, if it tickles your fancy and you like the sound of this guitar and you'd like to play it, you might be a young, youthful person who is just starting out, or you might be an older person who's trying to stave off Alzheimer's or something like that. You might, all you have to do is, the whole thing is free, all the goodies. And one of the unique things about this guitar is that you also get a YouTube account of how it was made. I don't know how much there is there. It must be at least 5, 6, 7 hours worth of material. So you have that as well. And there'd be very few guitars that have this kind of detail, and almost none others that would have a price of $0 for the whole thing. There is one I saw being made by, I think there's one other luthier who does this. The Gabrielle Retti of Germany seems to be a very nice person. I think she also makes guitars and gives them away for free as well. But they're very rare. A lot of other guitars you see being made on YouTube, they'll show you the steps being made. And at the end they'll charge $10, $20, even $30,000 for it. This one, absolutely free, the whole thing. Hard case, case candy, videos on YouTube, and limited lifetime warranty. If you don't get spooky this time, you can look out, because I will have some other guitars coming up in several months' time, perhaps in the new year, that you might be interested in. If there's no demand, I won't put them on YouTube. So if you want this guitar, all you have to do is to leave a comment in the comment section, or you can contact me via email. I think in the About section there's a link to a Gmail account, or also have a LinkedIn profile. You might be able to contact me that way as well. But all you do is, if you're going to leave a comment in the comment section, is to say what city basically you're from, whether you can pick it up, and maybe a comment about what you want to do with it. I'll leave the section open for 2 weeks, the comment section. Now at the end of 2 weeks, I'll contact you. Sometimes you see people who will ask you to go to some link, tell you that you've won something, and you go to some link, etc., and nefarious purposes are involved. So I will contact you after 2 weeks, not beforehand, and hopefully I can contact you. So hopefully you have some way of, if I click on your profile, I'll have some way of sending you an email or something like that. We'll see how that goes. Now all this is prefaced on assuming that people or someone would want the guitar. Maybe no one does. So if no one does, I'll simply, there's another alternative method I can use, and I won't be putting any more guitars on YouTube. Once again, I apologise to any overseas people who might be interested in the guitar. At this stage, as I said, I won't be sending it overseas, but there may be future guitars. If there's the demand for people overseas that want one, in the future I will maybe make some other guitars and see if I can find an alternative way of sending them overseas. But if you have someone that you know in Australia that you can get them to pick it up or whatever, you're free to do it that way. Thank you people for watching this series. Hope you got something out of it, maybe a few minutes of entertainment, maybe a few minutes of information that might be useful to you as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.